kiddos, and welcome to math class. So today we are now going to be doing math lesson 13-3. Okay, so if you could go and get that page that looks just like this, I would appreciate it. Okay, and make sure that the first thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil and write our name. Very good. Okay, so now, boys and girls, we've been talking about 3D shapes, right? And who can remind me what a face is on a 3D shape? What is a face? Very good. It is a flat surface, okay? So what they did right here, boys and girls, is they took a cylinder of peanut butter, right? And they put it on their paper and they traced it. So what I want you to do is I want you to go around your house and I want you to find one thing that is a 3D shape and I want you to trace the bottom of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which is my Post-it note holder. Okay, see how it's kind of like a little bit of a cube, a cube? Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on my paper and I'm going to trace it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I traced the bottom of it, and what shape did mine come out to be? A square. Good job. So I'm going to give you some time and I want you to go find one thing around your house that is a 3D shape and I want you to trace it on your paper. Okay, just the face, one face. Do you see how I didn't trace this whole thing? I didn't trace all of it. No, I just traced the bottom. Okay, so I put it on my paper and then I went ahead and I started to trace it. Okay, so does everybody see what I'm doing here? Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. Okay, I can't wait to see your papers. All right, kiddos, now that you've traced that, now I want you to open and I want you to turn to page 684. And that number is 684. Wowzers, that's a big old number. I'm so impressed that we've made it this far. Okay, so boys and girls, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at over here, we have a 2D shape, right? It is a face. So this is a square. So what it's asking is it wants you to look at all the shapes over here and which of these shapes has a face that looks just like that. That's right, a cube. So you're going to go ahead and circle the cubes. Wonderful job. Now I want you to go ahead and put your finger on number 2. Does everybody see number 2? Okay, so what shape is this? A circle. Very good. So what it wants you to do is it wants you to look at the shape on the left. So this is the left. And then you're going to circle the 3D shapes that have a flat surface with that shape. So let's go through here. Does a cube have a flat face of a circle? Nope. So would I circle it? No. What about a cone? Does a cone have a flat face? If you don't know, boys and girls, you are more than welcome to go and get the shapes that you could have cut out last week, and that can help you figure out these answers. So if you have those, great. If you don't, that's okay. We're going to keep on going. So does a cone have this as a face? It sure does. So I'm going to circle it, and then we're going to come down here to a cylinder. Does a cylinder have a flat face? It sure does. It actually has how many? It has 2. Very good. So that right there is what your paper should look like, friends. Okay, now you're going to take your whole page and you're going to flip it on over. Okay, so now, boys and girls, we're going to continue to do the same thing. Sorry, my paper is bent. So it says we're going to look at the shapes on the left, and then we're going to circle the solid figures or the 3D figures that have a flat surface with that shape. Okay, so what shape is this? Circle. Very good. Let's go through. Does this have a circle as a face? No. Does this shape have a circle as a face? It sure does. How many does it have? That's right, 2. Good job. So our cylinder has one. What about our sphere? Ooh, tricky, tricky. It doesn't. It does not have any faces. Remember? Do we remember our anchor chart? Remember our anchor chart with our vertices, our edges, and faces? So our sphere has none of those. So now let's come back. So our sphere doesn't have any. What about our cone? That's right, it has one. Okay, now let's move on down to number 4. Can everybody put their finger on number 4? Good job. What shape are we working with here? A square. Nice job. So let's go through. Does this one have a square face? It sure does. It has a lot of them, right? What about this one? Does a cone? Nope. Ooh, what about a cube? Sure does. What about a cylinder? Nope. Let's move on down to number 5. Let's put our pointer on number 5. Okay, let's look at our circle. Let's go through these shapes. What about a cylinder? Sure does. What about a cone? Sure does. What about a cube? Or a sphere? Nope, sure doesn't. Okay, last one. A square. Does the cone have a square face? Sure doesn't. What about a cube? Sure does. What about a cylinder? No. What about a cube? Nice job, friends. So this is what your page should look like now. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to take your page and I want you to just open it up, okay? And now you should be on this page. Okay, so now boys and girls, this is what you're gonna do by yourself. Okay, so we're gonna do 7, 8, and 9 by ourselves, okay? And remember, if you need me to repeat the directions, you can just stop the video and rewind it a little bit and you'll hear it. Okay, so number 7 and number 8, you're gonna look at each shape and you're gonna find which object has a face like that. Okay, same with number 8. You're gonna look at this shape and you're gonna find which objects have a shape or a face that look just like that. Okay, and then number 9, remember number 9 is always a tricky one. And it says, look at the solid figures that are circled. Done and done. Then they want you to come over here and they want you to draw the shape of the 2D shape that these figures have in common. So it's kind of like the opposite. So over here we have the 2D shapes, right? And we had to figure out the 3D shapes. Down here it gives us the 3D shapes, but now it wants us to draw the 2D shape. All right, kiddos, I can't wait to see your work. I love you. If y'all need anything, you can call us. See you tomorrow.